Quote, these monkeys are clearly black people. Quote, these roaches are clearly Latino. Quote, these space bugs are clearly Jews. When I'm in a vile racism competition and my opponent is an anti-racist. Yes. Tough one, that. It's the remarkable fact that there don't really seem to be very many anti-racists left, except in the belly of the beast of what is generally considered the most racist circles, i.e. these ones. The only people in the Western world at the moment who positively, rather than passively, are anti-racist are people like us. Individualism, colorblindness, and meritocracy are the correct way to do anti-racism. And if you do that, you won't need to worry about other races if you have that policy successfully in place long term, because you will only get the members of other races that are the good ones that can fit in with your society. And there are always going to be some, but the situation right now has got pretty dire, and so it's difficult to make that argument because people interpret it as what we should just do now, rather than taking actions to repair the state things are in and then applying that standard long term. And I do recognize there are some actions that should be taken now to repair the state things are in. Actions that are not necessarily within the bounds of those policies, but are still eminently reasonable, such as every immigrant from the last at least 10 years who's committed a crime immediately deported, and then start deporting some others too, quite possibly. Those that are culturally incompatible. And for the US, similar thing, like they are technically illegal, but you identify them because they're brown, largely. It's probably how ICE finds them primarily. Run in those right circles, so using race as an indicator is sometimes necessary. Field says, so long as merit overrides any racial preferences you might have, you can notice patterns among groups all you want. Yeah, I don't mind that. Like, it should be individualistic, meritocratic, and the color blindness thing, I would say generally, it should not be the main metric. It can be a side metric, like a secondary metric, but you should focus on the individual first. But if the society's laws are colorblind, that's probably the correct thing as well, as long as it's also meritocratic. As long as you've got that, you don't need to worry about organizing the collectives yourself or anything else. They organize on their own. All right, next meme.